And we're gonna see, is this in tank?
Hey, what's
In
going on there,
tank.
Jennifer? How you doing? Can you hear me okay?
In tank. Yes, I
I
can.
got one of them fancy microphones now that clips on your lapel, because I wear a lapel.
Uh, yeah, eh?
Eh? We talk like
Eh?
this around hunting, so it's we just got out of the woods, so I was just checking with you a little bit.
Yeah, in tank. It's been a while. Why did you change your name?
Because I was sick of the unalive threats and the messages to my wife and kind of the stalking from Democrats was getting a little old. Yeah, I live an interesting life.
Dude, I got my first death threats and grape threats the other day
Oh,
too.
yeah, welcome. I'm in the
Yeah.
thousands. I'm in the thousands now.
Yeah, you've been doing this for a while, so I would assume.
Uh,
And you also are very vocal.
Uh,
Like,
yeah, I'm a former elected
um,
official, so at one time I needed, well, I didn't ask for it, but the police provided me 24-hour protection for about 2 weeks because of all the unalive threats that I was receiving.
oh my God.
Yeah, Democrats are an interesting
Insane.
bunch. Yeah, in tank.
Well, Republicans are too. Um,
Yeah, we don't tend to
y'all
do
say
that though.
wild shit to me all the time.
Yeah, I know,
The
but
most wildest shit I've gotten is from Republicans.
well, you're in the arena, so welcome, I
Yeah,
guess. I don't
yeah.
support any of that, and I would never, ever, I will never condone that, and I will never do that outside. I will never do that. So
I'm so glad you said that. Let me say something. Guys, in Tank here and anyone else who I bring up here, I do not condone you finding them, their families, you doing anything that uses stalking and you then going and harassing them. I don't agree with that. As much as I disagree with this bunch, it does not mean that they should be threatened. Okay?
no, no, absolutely not. Yeah, I usually get docs when I'm on the big ones like Parker or I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
whoever the else
I
ones.
saw
Yeah,
you on Parker's, dude. I don't know if you saw. No, you probably didn't. I saw you
no.
on Dean's, actually. I saw you on
No, I've
Dean's, and I was
never been
like,
on
in
Dean's. I've
tank.
never been on Dean's. I've been
Oh, it was
trying.
Parker.
It was
So it
Parker.
was Parker.
Yeah, but
And I was
Parker
like,
moderates for
D. I was
Dean.
like,
Yeah.
in tank, stop.
Why? I was having a good time.
No, because you were saying crazy shit that I was just like, come on, come
I
on.
everything I say is truthful.
Okay. What what do you think what do you think about Trump trying to permanently pause? Don't know what that means. Permanently pause immigration from um third world countries.
Well, I think that we look for the best, the brightest and the best when we bring in immigrants. So I guess it also
No,
depends on how
that
you
also
define.
means like travel. That also means like travel. Like he doesn't want people from third world countries coming over here
Oh,
at all. He also doesn't want people to come over here and become citizens from these countries at all, which I don't agree with. I'm interested in what you believe.
sure. Yeah, I just saw a couple headlines, so I didn't get to read up on it. Maybe you could educate me a little bit more. We have a lot of problems with people coming over here and never leaving. I'm sure that has some of it to do with it. But again, I'm obviously just speculating off of a few headlines here. So,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that personally. We had an exchange program with wrestling, and we had to stop it because the other country that came over here, they wouldn't leave. They kind of fled.
Hmm.
They just
Hmm.
entered the country and then they never left, if you know what I mean.
Here's the problem I have with that. Here's the problem I have with that. I think this country is meant for people to come over here and build a better life. Like that's what we were built on. Um we were built on that, and I don't understand why like now that narrative of like what America stands for has changed. It used to be like we were a melting pot and we're one of the only countries that accepts everyone because of how we were like founded, like what we were founded on, and like all of that. Like I genuinely am confused as to why now people who claim to be like the patriots of the bunch are then like, no, we only want white people. We only want rich white people coming in here. That's what we want. Europeans, fine, come on in here. Anybody else, fuck you. You know, I don't like that.
Well, I mean, first of all, whites are only 7% of the population globally, so I don't think that's what it's about at all, is race. Second, we are not the world's, catch-all. We have to restrict, immigration. We can't just let everybody in,
Mm-hmm.
right? Otherwise, we built this country, the greatest country on earth, for a reason, and we need to preserve that. And allowing, bad actors in
How would
here
it
would be
not be
against that.
preserved? How would it
Because,
not be preserved by having like other like people like we are founded on immigration. Like
well, we
that
were
is our
founded on
biggest thing.
settlers, right? But you're talking hundreds of years ago at this point. Now, it's currently, unfortunately, before Joe Biden, it was 87% of the population was natural born. Now it's down to 84%. And if we continue this downward decline, we will not be America as we know it anymore. So a lot of these immigrants that come in here do not assimilate correctly. They do not assimilate at all. And they bring a different
We
culture,
don't
a
want
different.
assimilation.
Yeah, well, that's how a great country stays great. You need assimilation. Absolutely. No?
What
I mean,
what's
I,
what I guess what my question would be is like how do you know that that's one of the things that would make a country great? Like what are you basing that off of?
the United States of America. If we went out to dinner or we met or we were in the similar workspace, I guarantee you that we would work together, effectively and professionally because we are assimilated. We are one of this country. But if you bring a totally different culture over here that is works in a different way, we are not going to cohesively work anymore together.
But I mean, talking to the same people with the same, like, that's an echo chamber. You can never progress. There has to be somebody that has a different way of thinking, a different stance, a different insight to then go, um,
I mean, a different
yeah,
way of
Daniel
thinking,
says that's a
sure, but
non answer, but Daniel says that's a non answer, which is true.
well, I can
Like, you
clarify
didn't
more if
give me,
needed.
no, no, no. When I said non-answer, it was like because I asked you where did you form that opinion, or like where did you get like the information to make you believe that? But I guess you already said like your information is just coming from like
No, I said that
like yourself.
currently 84% of the population is natural born. So we're all
No, no,
born
no,
here in
no.
the United States and have a collective set of values.
No, what I asked you was like where did you get the information on like that a country can only be like be great if it's people assimilate? Like what like I guess like
Okay, let's look at it
what
like a
did you
team.
do
Let's look at it like a team. And I know you don't
no,
like
no, no.
sports, but
Where did you get that information? Like did you study like the most long-lasting regimes or did you
well,
look up like have you studied like emperors and all that to then
I
just
I
see how
guess. I
they
mean, I guess that
ruled?
collectively goes with my worldview, but I'm 42. I've been studying politics since I was about the age of
Hmm.
12, and I'm a former elected official. I represented 40,000 people. And if all of those people weren't cohesively trying for a similar goal and were just individuals, I mean, we could have never governed correctly.
Well, collective goals, I agree with. What I don't agree with is that those people could only have the same goals if they're all assimilated to one type of culture. I don't agree with that.
Okay, and I live in a somewhat diverse neighborhood. Now everybody's pretty successful where I live overall,
Mm-hmm.
but we all go to work the same. We all get up the same. Our kids go to all the pretty much the similar schools the same. We all practice. I mean, not very religious politically, but
That's not
some of them.
assimilation.
Sure, it is. It's absolutely assimilation.
Guys, I think I got it. Sorry. Let me go wash my
Well,
hands. Keep talking.
okay. Well, I'd like to, if you can talk or not, I'd like to know what you
Yes.
think assimilation means. Then
Sure. So, my understanding of assimilation, guys, I'm washing my hands real quick. So,
make sure you
just hold
scrub
on.
for a number of minutes. Count to 10 and then
Yep,
count to 10
you
again, and whatever
have
they tell
to.
my kids. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you just dump
That's
out
what
of
I'm
the
gonna
bottle.
do.
You don't even have a fancy squirter or anything. Come on,
No, I
Jennifer.
have a fancy one. I have a fancy
Uh,
one, but I have to refill it, and so I just have to get it
ah,
out of like the thing
I'm all into
until
the.
I refill it.
We have a lot of bathrooms, and I'm all into the liquid soaps because you can get like a fancy motion sensor squirter, and they're like $20 on
Oh
Amazon a
yeah, yeah,
piece. It was
yeah, yeah,
great.
yeah. No,
Yeah, we
I don't
love
have.
those.
I just have like this.
Oh,
squirt
yeah.
bottle.
I like the foaming soaps. I'm into the foamers.
Oh, the foamers are nice, but the
Yeah.
problem is I don't trust them to really like clean my hands.
Well,
You know,
I rarely get
I don't
sick,
know why.
so
I just
I
don't
think it's
like
okay.
them.
Well, they have
I
antibacterial,
just
obviously, and I mean that's the only thing that
yeah,
really kills anything per
that
se.
matters. Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
that
I
makes
mean,
sense.
a soap is a surfactant, and a surfactant just makes water wetter. And I make your water wet as well. That was my company slogan. Intake makes your water wet. So I know quite a bit about soap of all things.
Of all things,
Of
crazy.
all
Okay, so
things. All
you're
right.
asking what I believe is assimilation.
Correct.
Assimilation, of my understanding, is like same religions, same same family structure,
Yep.
same language,
Mhm.
same looks, like same like doing your hair the same, like all of those things. I would say are assimilation. I don't think it's like we have the same type of job, we make the same amount of money, we go to the same
Yeah.
schools. I don't think that's assimilation. I think what's assimilation is like everybody like having the same type of hair texture,
Yeah, I don't think
or at
that.
least looking like they do, speaking the same language,
Well, that's a big one. Language
having
is
the
a big
same
one.
beauty. So I here's the thing. I think I think your primary language shouldn't matter. Like your first language shouldn't matter. Same ideology, yes. Daniel, good job. W's for Daniel. No,
Meh.
I'm just kidding. But I would say like I think your first language shouldn't matter. I think what's important is that you can effectively communicate in necessary situations, with anybody. Um, and I think that goes both ways, right? I think that white people who have been born here need to effectively be able to communicate to people in any circumstance or in most circumstances. So, like, they should know Spanish because Spanish is the second most spoke language in this country. Um, I also think that like people who are here whose first language is Spanish also should like be able to speak some English. I'm not saying like
Yeah.
fluently, but I'm saying like some, just strictly because like you need to effectively communicate with the mass, and the mass generally speaks English, so you should be able to speak both. Just like Americans should be able to speak both, but we don't. So the only people who are really trying to be the most like able to communicate is like immigrants. They come over here knowing English, right? They come over here like their countries force them to learn English as well. So when they come over here, they're already speaking two languages, right? So it's like
Not all of them, though.
they're doing way better than we are.
Actually, a
And
lot of
we
them
just are
don't.
like,
I bet the statistics would prove that incorrect.
Um, every other country, if you look at statistically, every other country is minimum bilingual.
No, I understand that, but when they come over here, especially with illegal immigrants and the influx we had, I wouldn't put it past that most of them do not speak any English, if at all.
I would need to see reports on that to believe that.
Hmm.
Do I think that a lot of people, like, depending on like how old they are when they came over here, don't know English? Yeah. Because they were older when they came over here. However, um, I think that like anyone who has moved over here at a certain time, they 100% are bilingual. But I would need to see a source. I don't really. That's just my opinion, based off of the statistics I've read about every other country, like forcing everyone to like
Well, you could
know two
go,
languages
yeah, you could
minimum.
look at the border, the ones that gave themselves up for asylum, the ones that give themselves up to Border Patrol. I believe that most of those Border Patrol agents say that they do not speak English. And that's why a lot of those Border Patrol agents need to know Spanish. It's very important for their career.
Well, I think just everyone in this country needs to be bilingual. I think that's just smart for everybody.
I mean, yeah, I don't
Just like
disagree
with
with
every other
that, but
country.
it's not.
So like I wouldn't I don't think that it's really like a pain point of this country that like there are people who speak other languages. I think that what we need to focus on is the fact that like these people are people and they do not hurt American the value of America or what America stands for. Nothing that America stands for is interrupted by like immigration at all. Nothing that America stands on is affected by like minorities. Nothing America stands for is affected by like by I would say like the protected groups like LGBTQ, any minority based off of religion, gender. Yeah, I don't believe that, and if you don't agree, then I would need to know what it is that America stands for that they don't or that they hurt.
Okay, well, you threw a lot out there. I mean, I guess let's stick on immigration. But when a lot of these people
Mm-hmm.
came over in the past 4 years, they don't share the exact American values that we have. They don't come in with any money. They don't come in with any greater career goal. I mean, they're fleeing socialist shitholes that they should be there fighting and fixing themselves. But they were invited in here by an administration. Now, furthering of that, what's your original topic is Trump's probably putting a pause on that and trying to say, okay, we don't need that at this time. We want the best and the brightest in here. That was always what immigration usually was about, at least in the modern sense. We want the best and the brightest. Even with H-1B visas, these H-1B visa tech workers come over here and they make like 30% less than what an American worker was here. So these companies like Google, Facebook, Meta, whatever, are hiring these people just because they can pay them less. So it was a scheme to keep American workers from making more or getting these jobs. And I know that Trump has been working, actively with these big industries to understand that and to try to correct it. And I'm probably talking about India. I don't know if India is defined as a third world country. I would
What's
think
your
it is.
what's your source on that H1B1
I don't know.
workers get paid less?
There's been multiple reports. I saw it on multiple news stations. Um, I don't know if it was Tucker Carlson
Have you
talking
seen
about it
it
or
on
what.
like the IRS? Have you seen it on like the IRS website? Have you seen it
No.
on like the BEA
I
or
don't try to go on the
BLS
IRS website
website?
unless I absolutely have to. That website scares the shit out of me. So I'll never visit that website unless I absolutely have to for an EIN number or something like that.
Well, I think it is
Yeah, I think
important to
BLS data. I
look
think it
at
comes
those
off of BLS.
numbers.
Yeah, I think it comes off of BLS data, but I have a photographic memory, and I believe it's around 30%. So, which is an example of 100,000. So, if a tech job paid 100,000, they would hire an H-1B visa person about the same for about 70,000. And companies like Meta do this all
Hmm.
of the time, and they admit to it. They absolutely admit to it.
Let me see. Let's see. We don't have it. I'm about to hit a restart soon, so I might as well just go in and look at this.
That's fine.
So let's look at
What's up,
bls.gov.
Ariel?
Ariel. W for what?
She's my
What did
fangirl.
W for what? What did
Actually, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to talk about her. I mean, I don't think it's appropriate. But you might agree with some of her stances on a certain things. Be amazing.
I think that generally, I think everyone wants the same thing. I just think that how
Yeah.
it goes about, if you don't remember, you don't have a photographic memory. Oh, Daniel says,
If
if
you
you
don't
don't
remember,
remember.
I don't know this, so I don't remember. So I'm not good at remembering like media. Like I can watch a television show over and over because my brain doesn't remember that what television show it was because it doesn't need to. It's not pertinent information. But I definitely remember the
Let's
numbers and I definitely remember the
see.
data.
How do I do this? Let's do
Let me get my
earnings by
tablet machine.
demographics.
I'll bring it up for you. I bet you can
Earnings,
still hear me now.
highlights of women's earning in 2023. That's interesting.
Not
Be
really.
interested to see that.
Why?
Shut up, you misogynist.
Why? Because you think women get paid less for the same job? That whole myth was put to bed a long time
No,
ago.
no, 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 no.
Oh,
Women
good.
get no, women get paid less in general, not based off of like women just get paid like less in general. Like the gender wage gap is insane. It's God, last time I checked, I'm pretty sure it was like 15% more, if I remember correctly. But I'd have to look at that. And then now it's gonna get even worse because like of what Trump does with
Some studies indicate
what
that
Trump.
H-1B job assignees wage levels between the median are sometimes 17 to 34% lower for computer applications. Oh, it's almost like Trusty knew what he was talking about.
Wait, who? Wait. Who's that?
We'll see. Hold on.
Who? What source is this?
Oh, I'm just doing the Google, which brings up Economic Policy Institute, HDive, Reddit. I don't know why Google goes to Reddit all the time now, but thank you, Google.
H1B1. Yeah, I want like the government statistics, not like what somebody like just wants to like say. If that makes sense. Let's do H1B1 wages. Dang, Bureau of Labor Statistics does not show me shit. I'll have to look into it. I'm gonna mark it down as something I look into.
Yeah, you look into it. Cato, Forbes.
Economy is like my worst. Economy is like my worst debate topic when it comes to MAGA, strictly because like I don't know enough about.
That's okay. At least you admit it. Hey, it's Ariel.
Yeah, it's my least.
Yeah, we can't be. I
Like
mean, we can't be
versed.
awesome on everything. I don't like the people that think they can debate on everything. You know, I always say,
Yeah, no,
I don't
I
know.
can't
Let's talk
debate.
about it.
I can't. Yeah, exactly. I can't debate in economics.
Yeah,
However, I think I do. I think I do best when like certain things affect the economy. Like I know mass deportation affects the economy, and I can talk about that. I know that like I know certain things with like COVID and how it affected the economy. But if you just want to say like, oh well, these percentages are like how we look at like I don't fucking know. I just know like what I know. Ariel, hi, how are you?
Hello, I actually didn't mean to come up, but while I'm here.
Why
So,
you're here?
why are you anti-MAGA?
Why am I anti-MAGA? For many reasons. I am anti-MAGA because I think that any president or elected official is held to a higher standard of conduct, a higher standard of morality, and a higher standard of empathy. And because of that, I think that what Trump has shown is the exact opposite of what a president or an elected official needs to be.
So you think
And
that he doesn't have empathy?
100%.
Really?
Yeah, when he told men who were great that they probably liked it,
Do you have a source for
that's
that?
not empathy.
Do you have a source for that?
Yeah, like it was in an interview talking about it. Let me give you the link to the actual interview.
Trump told men if they got raped, they should like it.
Interview. So the source for the interview is going to be.
Trump told men if they got raped, they should like it.
This is going
Nothing's
to
coming up.
be October 9th, 2016. One
Full
of
video.
them. Oh, also CBS News. You just look up the locker room talk. Oh wait, no, don't
That's
look that
different.
up. That's a different thing.
I just said that.
Time Magazine. It was reported on. If you go to YouTube,
Well, YouTube's
you
not a
can.
good source.
Well, you
fine.
see him say this, so that's a source. It's him saying it, right?
And this
Like,
was
I'm
in
just pointing you to
2016
where
he
he said
said it.
that. Yes, that is what I. Yes.
I mean,
Um.
all
So
politicians do things that, or say things that are unfavorable at some point in time. Like Biden, he did blackface in college and had to go on an apology tour. That was wrong.
well, yeah, of course, but again, like, number one, he didn't do that while an elected official, right? Or else I would be saying the same thing, which is get him out, right? Trump has, like,
When did you say Trump
while
said that?
campaigning to be president,
But he
like,
wasn't president.
no. This is like while he was already president once, he was going on his
If it was
re-election tour.
October in
So he
2016,
currently was president. He was running for re-election.
in October of 2016 when he said it.
No, I haven't gotten to what he said yet.
I haven't been able to pull anything up, Jennifer. I'm going to keep looking for you, but I'm telling you, I'm pretty good at
Okay,
this. I haven't found anything.
I will pull it up by the end of this. I'll look at it while I'm saying this because I have to hit a restart soon anyway. So I'll look at this and then give it to you before I go off. Give me a second. Anywho, as I was saying,
Because I don't
what
do
he
with trust. I don't do good with trust me bros. Like
no,
not.
I don't either. I
Yeah.
don't either. I don't either. It's okay. I'll give it to you before I go. Let me just find the actual like interview. But anyway, so as I was saying, is that while running for re-election,
Trump interview,
he sat
men
there
raped,
and
they liked
made
it.
fun of a disabled reporter while on a campaign tour. And he also called, as president, he called another reporter stupid. He called a reporter piggy.
I'm not seeing
He
anything.
called a reporter, oh no, sorry. He called a reporter's boss and jobs. What did he say? He said dumb. He said he used multiple names. That is not how any elected official should act. That is not how any president should act. That's not how anyone who wants to be an elected official or president should act.
Do you know
And
that
that is
MAGA's
like my
not just
top
about?
reason.
You know, MAGA's not just about Trump, right?
No, MAGA is specifically Trump supporters. They don't have to. Now they're not all necessarily like not all Republicans are MAGA, right? That's fine. But every MAGA is a specifically Trump supporter.
Yeah, we
Like, that's
we do support Trump, but it's bigger than Trump. It's a movement, and
right.
they're
That Trump is
obviously
the leader of. So you
people.
guys are all condoned around, or like you guys are all coming around Trump.
Do you
What Trump
realize?
is saying, what Trump is doing, that's all coming around him. If he would not
So let me
spit,
ask you a question. Did he
okay,
do all this his first term? He did, right?
some of it, yeah.
So you know that America reelected him because they were obviously sick of the Biden administration. So he became president after they knew exactly who he
Well, it
was.
wasn't the Biden administration that they were sick of because Biden
Yeah, it
wasn't
was.
running. So
Yeah,
it was,
Biden was the president. They were sick of, and they knew
yeah,
that if
Biden didn't run for re-election.
Right,
So they were not
but his
voting
vice
against the Biden
his
administration.
vice
Biden was
president
running
did, and
until
it would have
June.
been an exactly same campaign or
No,
exactly same presidency.
I think that that's, I
Just
think
like
that may
Biden's
be
was
what a
in.
lot of people thought. I think maybe that is what a lot of people thought. I just think that that is a very uneducated view.
It's not
Because
though.
if you look, it is because if you looked at any of her
Biden
like
was
can I
Obama's.
finish one sentence, please? Let me finish my sentence. Because if
Just
anyone
I
took the
never
time to
let
look at
anybody
her
talk.
policies,
Ariel's
what
getting
she
4 words
supported,
in.
she has said multiple times that things Biden did she did not agree with and that she would not do. She also, like, her ideologies that she put in her, like, on her website when she was running, a lot of them specifically were things that Biden didn't agree with, so it never got done because she didn't push it to him, or he didn't do it after she pushed it to him because he didn't agree. So, like, I think saying that they both would be the exact same president is very uneducated. They're two different people. They had two different policies, or two different platforms.
Whoops, sorry.
They had different ideologies because they're different people. Yeah, I
Wonder if I
think
can
that that's
pause this
silly.
mic.
All right, well, let me ask you another question.
Sure.
They still voted him in, though. They knew exactly how he was his first term. They still voted him
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. What's the question?
Okay, so he's still the president. He couldn't have been that
What's the
bad
question?
if he got
What's the
voted in as
question?
president.
What's the question?
How can he be that bad if he was voted for a second term?
Oh, that's also like a very uneducated question
How
because
is that uneducated?
yeah, because I mean we've seen in history, right, where very, very,
fuck.
very objectively bad people got elected by the masses. Just because the mass agrees with something doesn't make it good, right? That just means that the majority of people are doing a bad thing, right? And if you want a source for that, the Holocaust, right? The majority of people voted Hitler in. He was a terrible
That
person.
wasn't America.
Doesn't matter. It was the masses.
But it wasn't
The
America.
mass amount of people,
But
right,
not America.
went to something.
But
What does
we're
that have to
talking
do with
about
anything?
America.
No, we're talking. No, the reason I said that is because just because the mass agrees on something doesn't make it good. I was saying that statement, right? How could something be good bad if the majority of people voted on it? That's silly. Because then you can just argue to that like the Holocaust was widely elected on because the majority of people elected for Hitler. So it's like, what is your argument is just like it's there's a thing in psychology, it's called the mob mentality, where a group of people are going to or doing something, so then people just follow along because they're like sheep.
Yes, but you
So
realize he lost the second time he ran, right? He lost to Biden.
yeah, what does that have to do with anything?
So is that the majority, the same argument you just put? Does that not go to Biden? I don't understand.
What do I think just because the majority voted on Biden that he was good? No. That doesn't make, that's not just because he got the majority doesn't make him a good president. I can't say Biden is a good president because then no one would have voted for him.
Do you agree
no,
that people
that's
were
silly.
tired of what they were dealing with Biden, so they voted for Trump?
I think people were misled to believe that the reason why they were in the circumstances they were was because of Biden, and so they went the opposite way. Number one. I also think people voted the opposite way. I think people voted the opposite way for a lot of reasons, by the way, not just one. I think a lot of people didn't show up to the polls. That's number two. Number three, I think that she didn't get enough time to really like
Oh, no, I agree with that.
explain. So I think that a lot of people were just like,
She would have
we got
talked
through the
anymore.
first
She would
4
have got less
years. I don't
votes.
really know what she wants. I'm either like a lot of people said, I'm either stepping out or I'm voting for somebody who like I know, which are two very bad things. I think it was just a very ill-informed election, and that is a lot because of Biden. Because Biden didn't step out a lot earlier.
Yes, and he also didn't take the debates very seriously either.
That has nothing to do with why I think that Trump got reelected.
I'm saying
but
he didn't take
like
the debates very seriously.
I think that Trump got reelected because a lot of people are misinformed. A lot of people didn't have a lot of time with Harris, and a lot of people just didn't show up. So those are my reasons of why I think, none of which make Trump better. That just shows the lack of care that America
Republicans
had.
are always going to be better than Democrats in office.
Why?
Well, you guys believe that abortion should be legal.
How does that mean that those people are going to be better in office?
Because they don't hold the same standards. Democrats have their views. Republicans
Well,
have
you
their
can't
views.
talk about Republicans having standards when you guys voted a 34 count felon in, and then also that same 34 count felon who was
Why did he go to jail?
found to be liable of sexual assault, by the way, is the same person calling people piggy
Why did he
and
go to jail?
stupid
I don't understand. If he did all
because
these,
he made a law saying that if you're president, you can't go to jail. So that's why he went
Girl.
like
They could have
that's
sentenced him before the
that's
election,
fact.
Jennifer. He could have been
Huh?
sentenced. He could have been sentenced before
Yeah,
the
he could've.
election.
Yeah, I don't know why the courts didn't do that. I think that
Because it would
they
have undermined our political
they-
system.
right, but I think that they knew, like, I don't know why they didn't, right? Because if
I know.
somebody deserves to go to jail, right? Whether they were about to be elected president or not, they should still go to jail. Right? Like, I don't think it matters if you're president or not. If you do crimes that allude to, it's law and order, right? Like, you guys agree that, if you come here illegally, you should be deported, right? Because law and order, that's
Right.
the law.
But those people
You
aren't
do
running
things
for the
according to
president of the
law.
United States.
No, exactly. So there should be a higher standard. So if those people, right, so if somebody who's running for election does crimes, they're held to a higher standard and then should go to jail. But he didn't. I don't know why the courts decided that. I'm not in their head.
I know
But
why.
they agreed to do sentencing after the election, which is crazy to me.
Because they didn't want to undermine the electoral process, and the judge saw that this was being used against the leading political opponent against the Democrats. It was a kangaroo court from the start.
And listen, no, they didn't think that the case itself was bad. They found that it was a legitimate case, or they would have
Look, if I make mistakes on my campaign finance report, nothing really happens to me. If the money was given incorrectly, I either have to donate it back to the person that gave it to me, or I have to donate it to a nonprofit 501(c). That's about the extent I will see. But for some reason, Donald J. Trump is facing 136 years in prison. Crazy.
Well, yeah, because he didn't just do it one time. He didn't just make one mistake. He made multiple mistakes.
But it was the same mistake, quote unquote. It was the same thing. But it was the same thing.
It happened multiple times.
But it was the
those
same
mistakes,
thing, though. It was
then
the
it's
same,
not a mistake.
finance.
Then it's not a mistake. If you continue to do the same illegal activity time after time, that's not a mistake. That's you doing a bad thing. You deserve to go to jail. The Chrisleys had to go to jail.
He didn't need his campaign finance report to hide money. If anything, that's more public than anything. It's transparency. The guy's got more bank accounts than probably most people on the planet Earth.
He used government funded. No, not government funded.
No,
he used
right?
campaign funds. If I'm 100% remembering this correctly, to give hush money to his side chick, who was a corn star.
And some of that campaign money can be your own.
Is illegal. If a CFO takes company money to give as hush money for a personal issue, they would be arrested for embezzlement.
Only because they may have expensed it incorrectly.
No.
Yeah.
Because you cannot use your money allocated for one thing for something else, right? You cannot use company money to pay off your side chick so that your campaign.
If you own the company, yes, you can.
That is illegal. That is against the rules.
No, it's not.
That is against the law.
Let me preface
that is not just
only if you expense it. If you claim it as income as yourself, and then you can spend it. I mean, I could write checks from my company for personal reasons, but I don't claim that as a business expense. I claim that as owner's
Well,
draw.
he claimed it for campaign funds. It was given for campaign funds. It wasn't given with the knowledge
But
that
he
they were
financed
going to
his
be
own
funding
campaign.
shush money.
He finances his own campaign. I had a
No,
campaign
he
as well.
got donors.
Yes.
He had no. The
He
majority
also,
of his.
okay. You don't
the
think he put
majority of
any
it
money
was
into his campaign finance?
The majority. Actually, I don't even think he put in his own money. If he did, it
I
was
guarantee he put in
nothing
more than
near how
$1.
much he was given.
Well,
Huh?
naturally. I mean, he ran a very large campaign, but most of
Yeah.
my campaign finance is my own money.
Well, that's because you're smaller. You didn't
Sure.
have as many funding. You didn't have as many donors as he did. He didn't
Correct.
have to do that because he had donors. That's the difference. So if the majority of your donors, right, or if the majority of your campaign is with donors, those donors are only giving you money for campaigning, not to pay off your side chick. Make a GoFundMe. Make a GoFundMe so you could get hush money for your side chick.
He has bank accounts
You
he can do
don't
this
use
from.
campaign funds. That's ridiculous. Also, I want to go back. Ariel, do you have any more questions? Did I answer all the questions that you had?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So yeah, no, you cannot sit here and use funds for a campaign, right? For your side chick because they knowingly gave you money for something. And that would be misinformed consent, uninformed consent. That is not good. So I think that yes, he should be in jail. They should have brought what they should have done is they should have, once he was found guilty, then they should have said, okay, you guys need to start like doing your like, for example, if he was unalived during a campaign trail, there's a process on which who comes up for the Republican Party. So, like, utilize that process. He goes to jail like he should, and then you sit there and you go through the process of, like, how to bring up a Republican candidate. Or just use his vice president. Just use vice president.
Which
Have
he hadn't
JD
picked
do
yet.
it.
I mean, through this process, he had not picked JD
He hadn't
until
picked JD Vance.
until the
So
convention,
then,
which was around July 18th.
sure. So if he was unalived at that point, what would we do? There's a process to it.
Well, we still have a delegate
utilize that
system for a
process.
reason. We have a delegate system for a reason.
Sure. So utilize that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a like, oh, well, it's gonna mess up the campaign. No, there's
But
ways
Trump was still alive.
Sure. But if he's
But you wanted
incarcerated,
him to go to jail because you don't like the guy
incarcerated,
and you're a
then
Democrat.
he is not able to be president. You can't be president from inside a jail
Actually,
cell.
yeah, he can
So-
still run. He can still run for president of all things.
No. I get he could still run with felonies. He can't run while in jail.
Yeah, we have prisoners that are on the ballot that are in prison. I believe so for president. It happens all the time.
Which
There's like a guy when I was a child.
Which country on a ballot for the presidential nominees have we ever had
This country.
a incarcerated felon?
Jennifer, there was a guy in the 90s that ran every year, all the time, early 2000s too. He was in prison and he ran on the presidential ballot all the time.
Was he on like
You
the
should
official
look at
ballot?
you should look at your primary ballot. You should look at your primary ballot. There's tons of candidates.
Primaries.
Not Jennifer, you got to understand.
I'm talking like after the primaries.
Jennifer, let me finish. You got to understand the process for running president. Look on your primary ballot. There's a ton of candidates on there, and most of them you've never heard of. And some of these might be prisoners.
No, I know that.
Okay, and they might get on the general ballot. They might get on the general ballot as well under a different party. You can run in prison.
I would like to see how that would even work because there's things that you have to do as president that you just cannot do incarcerated.
They're never
so I'd be
sure they would get out.
Maybe there's no rules against
they
it.
They could pardon themselves.
Maybe there's no rules. They can pardon themselves. That's interesting.
Or they're just elected in prison.
Here's another thing. Trump voted for himself. If he's a convicted
I voted
felon,
for myself.
He's technically not allowed to vote.
You can't
right?
Depends on the state. Depends on the state.
Yeah, I forgot about that. It depends on the felony itself.
Yeah,
but you can get your
yeah.
It depends on the state.
Get your right to vote.
And he was not.
Interesting. I don't share that information. But that is
He was
interesting.
also not sentenced as well, so that changes his voting ability. He's a resident of Florida at the time. It depends on his
I
state.
think they did sentence him. It just was like fines and something
Yeah,
else.
they had to give him a sentence, but it was basically commuted. I mean, that's a wrong term, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
yeah.
But I know what you mean. They did, but they did
Well, yeah, they
officially
had to
'cause
sentence him
the case
because
is
he was
closed.
convicted. Right.
Point is, in all of this, right? We're going down a rabbit hole that we don't need to go down. Point is, right, is that there's higher standards, right? And if you're saying that Republicans, right, are always going to be right because
Mostly.
they have like better morals, I would be like, no, because if you had high morals, right, then you wouldn't allow the representation of your party to sit there and say that black people are lazy, or that you wouldn't say,
You know, Joe
call
Biden said a lot of
somebody
horrible things
piggy.
against black people in the 90s. Horrible things.
Right. And listen, you sitting there going, but Biden,
Well,
Biden.
these are just
does
small
not
points that don't really
excuse
matter to anybody.
anything that is going on currently, right? Trump did horrible shit in the 90s that I don't even bring up because that's not relevant. What's relevant
You
is
have, though.
while elected.
You have in the past. I understand what you're saying, but you have in the past.
No. I haven't even brought up the fact that
We
he
talked
had
about
to
at
sit
length
there,
EJ and Carroll. That
apologize
happened in the
to black
90s.
people for not renting to them.
Well, we're going to go back
Like,
to the 70s
I
now.
don't
when
even
he,
bring that up.
I
I don't
hope
even bring
not.
that up. The
Good.
only reason Carol gets brought up is because the court case was in 2023.
Okay, I'll give you
So,
a pass
like,
there just
yeah.
to move things forward. Okay.
Right. So point is I'm saying is your argument of but Biden doesn't do anything to excuse what is currently being done days ago. Calling somebody piggy, calling somebody stupid, and that's what you think
I would
is the
love
best
to see the video.
representation for your ideology?
I would love to see the video before that because I've had to deal with news reporters, and my God, have I wanted to say that 100 times.
Listen, you can want to say whatever the fuck you want. I'm not saying that.
He just has more balls than me.
I'm not thinking that you can't think, God, this bitch is stupid. That could be something that you think.
Yeah, they are pretty dumb. News reporters are probably one of the most uneducated people on the planet.
Listen, I'm not going to sit there, right? I'm not going to sit there and say that you can't think that. What I do think, though, is that you can't say it.
Well, he
That is
did.
the problem.
He did. So what?
Exactly. He did. He made the choice to say.
What was a spur of the moment thing?
No, it was a choice, right?
They're on his plane.
He is a grown man. He has a frontal lobe.
He gives more media time to anybody. He's like the most media-friendly president ever.
No, he's actually like not.
He's done more press conferences in his first, I don't know how many months than Biden did in his whole presidency. So what are we talking about here?
No, that means nothing. When I
It means
say media
everything.
friendly, I mean that like people like him
Bend
on
down
social
to the
media.
media?
Like, he's good on social media.
Look, he's
Like-
not there to be the
like, he's
media's friend.
respectful on
I don't
social
want him to
media.
be the
He has a
media's
good-
friend. The media needs to do what they do, but you know, to have a president in bed with the media like the Democrats are is basically, I mean, that's state-run media then.
Saying. That wasn't
Okay.
what I was saying.
Well, that's what
I
it
was
sounds
saying
like.
that when you're media friendly, I just mean that like you like are good, you're trained. Like you're media trained.
And Trump has been since 2016.
Trump is not,
I mean, he called the media he called the media the
He's not
enemy
media
of the
trained.
people.
He's not media trained. He's not media trained. If he was media trained,
He's
he wouldn't
media
call
trained.
people
The guy owned a
He's
television show. He's been on
So
TV
if he's
his whole
media
life.
trained, then you're saying he's actively choosing to negate his media training. Because in any media training, you know not to call the interviewer, the reporter, or whatever piggy, stupid, or make fun of disabled people. Like
he didn't make fun of a disabled person. That was a big myth.
101. That's
sure,
what?
but he didn't make fun of a
The
disabled.
video of him sitting there mocking a disabled person.
First, okay, do you want to go down this train? Do I have to correct you on this? Come on. You know better. Come on.
You look at the video.
I understand.
There's nothing for you to there's nothing for
Jennifer,
you to correct. You can look at the video.
He didn't know he was disabled. He's done this multiple times prior.
It doesn't matter if he
let me
knew
finish
he
my
was
sentence
disabled or not. That's the stupidest
Let me finish.
argument.
And as soon as he was called out for, he stopped doing it. But he did that quite a bit beforehand. He didn't know the guy was disabled. And as soon as they brought it up, he stopped doing it. Have you seen him do it since?
Regardless if he knew he was disabled or not,
Jennifer,
there are other disabled people
who
would want to vote for him.
Whatever. And they did. Nobody really cares about these minute things.
If you're an elected official, we already agreed.
I have been an elected official. That's why I have a little more empathy for Trump.
Listen,
because the only person, the best.
Let me intake. Listen. When you choose to be the president of the United States, right? When you choose to take on that task, there are things that come with it, such as not being able to openly express every thought or opinion.
He can do whatever he wants.
No, he can't.
That's what comes with it.
We have checks and balances.
Not on making a behavior like, no, he can. And he was doing it. And that's what I like about him.
No,
he's the ultimate CEO. Look,
listen,
I own some companies.
You like it
I do whatever the hell I want.
You like it because you don't care. And that's the problem.
I care, but I don't get involved in these minute little...
I don't care if you care about those people's... Stop talking. I don't care if you care about your constituents' feelings, right? I don't care because you're not running for election. You're not running for an elected seat.
Now you know where Trump's coming from.
Less. But if you are on an elected ballot, or on a ballot for election, you give up your ability, right, to just not care about constituents.
Now you're taking away his First Amendment right, Jennifer. Why does he lose his First Amendment right? Because you don't like things.
It's not that listen, you don't have to be president.
But Trump is.
You consent. No, you consent to not being able to say everything you want when you go to that seat.
No, you don't. There's nothing that says that. I've taken an oath of office, and there's nothing that says that.
You choose to give up that ability.
There's nothing that says that in my oath of office or his.
Mind you, if he said half of the shit that he says now during the election, or during the campaign,
we know who Trump was.
He wouldn't be elected.
We know who Trump was. Why do you think I voted for Ted Cruz the first time?
It's embarrassing.
Jennifer, remember, I voted for Ted Cruz the first time. I voted for Ted Cruz.
I don't care.
I was concerned about Trump.
That you, as a Republican, should be embarrassed that the finest person that you guys
I don't get embarrassed
together
about politics
to be your representation is somebody with such disgusting morals, with such low-hanging fruit of friends, like just bottom of the barrel, like terrible people that he surrounds himself with.
That's your opinion.
And his actions are deplorable. No. As an elected official, I expect better.
No, I want my elected officials to be tougher and not pander to people like you that every little thing offends them. If you have an elected official like that, you cannot effectively govern.
Not everything.
Well, you're certainly offended by him doing to a reporter. I mean, who gives a shit? Really, who gives a shit?
I'm offended by that because that is disgusting.
Well, he didn't know. I explained why he didn't know about it and he stopped doing it. But you know what? Let it do it again. If the guy's being an idiot, the guy's being an idiot.
You showing exactly what I'm talking about.
So if don't you want to be in the arena of
this here, right?
Okay.
Is the exact reason why I do not think that Republicans are all MAGA, because a real Republican who holds the morals that
your definition of a Republican is a Democrat. That's what Democrats always want, is a pussy Republican.
Not at all.
That's what they want.
No.
Yes, I've been studying this for 30 years, Jennifer.
I think you have lost a lot of your knowledge on what Republicans stand for, what their ideologies are.
So if a reporter is disabled,
you guys are conservative.
Let me ask
you
this.
If you were conservative, you'd be conservative.
I don't need to be told how to think politically. I don't tell you how to think politically. Please don't tell me how to think.
And the values and morals and
don't tell me how to think. I'm going to give you my opinion. But you telling me how to think isn't going forward.
Disgracing or disgusting
so
rhetoric.
Why are we supposed to give special treatment to certain reporters?
People who may even vote for
Are they not in the same arena?
I think it's stupid and a bad,
are we in a filibuster right now?
Lack of education on how to run for president.
I bet you can hear me as I can hear you.
Sit there and you say these things against people who would be voting for you.
Right.
That's
So
disgusting.
why are we supposed to give
And
special
the thing is
privileges?
that, like,
Oh,
you
we're still doing
showing
this.
you don't care shows me everything I need to know about how you are as an elected official.
Oh, I've been muted for a while, I bet.
Because if you gave any fuck about anybody in your area, you wouldn't be
Well,
doing
I give a
that.
lot of
Notice
fucks
how
about.
no
I
other
fought for
president
40,000
sits there
people,
and does that.
but I can't fight for everybody,
Yeah,
Jennifer.
but you don't give a
I
fuck
can't
about
fight for
those
the radical
40,000
Democrats that were trying to
people.
groom my children. I'm not going to fight for those people, and I actively said
now
that.
you care about children. Now you care about children. You
Well, of
didn't
course
care
I
about
do.
children when children were watching somebody who was going to be
Why are we
president of
going
the
this
United
side?
States make fun of people just
Why
like
are
them.
children watching that? My kids like know who Trump is, but I'm not making them watch Fox News or anything about politics. They're like, seriously. My oldest is 8. I have 2 5-year-olds, 5 and 5, and yeah, they knew who
I
Trump
don't
is.
care about your
But I don't
anecdotes.
bring my
I
politics
don't
into my
care.
children at
People
all. That's
are
disgusting.
watching it. It should be family friendly. On the pardoning
No, it's
of the
not. It's
turkeys.
politics. It's the worst drama on television.
Pardoning of the turkeys.
There were nude
Pardoning of
women
the turkeys.
on the White House lawn during Easter.
Pardoning
Nude
of
women.
the
Well, they
Stop
said they were
talking
women.
over
Who
me.
knows
The
what they actually
pardoning of
were?
the turkeys
Probably had
is
a
a
dick.
family. Stop talking and Tank, please.
Jennifer, you've been filibustering for many, many minutes.
Sure, but every time you come on, you just say disgusting rhetoric.
No, I
and
don't.
You say it because
No, I
either
challenge
you
you.
want a reaction or
No, I
you
challenge
want to
you, and I'm
rage
pretty
bait.
intelligent. You know that.
No, you're
And
not
I'm respectful, though.
challenging me.
You got to admit I'm
No,
respectful.
you're not
though.
respectful
I don't
at
raise my
all.
voice, and I don't rage out. And I haven't,
That's
like,
not,
I don't think I've
that's
said
not
much
all
more than
that
a swear
takes
word
to
of
be respectful.
one or two.
If you, the thing is that like I see exactly how you are as an elected official, and it's disgusting.
I'm former. I'm retired. Well, yeah, Jennifer.
Sure.
Why do you
And
think
I'm
Democrats hate
glad.
me? Why do you think I was the most hated politician in southeastern Wisconsin for many years in a row?
Because you talk like
No.
this.
Yes, because I'm
It
effective.
has nothing to
and I
do,
don't apologize for
it has
myself.
nothing to do with
You
whether
wanted me to be a
somebody's
Democrat. I'm not going to be a
Democratic or
Democrat.
Republic.
Do you know who loved me, though?
I don't give a fuck
Republicans
if you're a
loved me.
Democrat or Republican.
Republicans
I
loved
don't
me.
care.
Well,
Stop talking
I
over
do.
me.
I'm on Team Republican.
I don't care. Shh, Tank. I don't care if you're Republican, and I don't care if you're Democrat.
You might as well
What
just
I
call me
care
Steve
about
if you're going
is
to call
that
me a
you
name.
have good. Shh. I care that
Why are
you
you
have.
Why are you
good
shushing me
morals,
like I'm in
and
preschool?
I'm going to shush you because you're talking over me. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. I care
Yes,
that
you
you
do.
are a good, moral human being.
And how are you getting
And
it off
you
of TikTok
sitting
Live?
up here saying it doesn't matter if he made fun of a group of people because the person he was doing it in front of, he didn't know he was a part of that group. That is the worst logic
That was
ever,
the truth.
and it shows that you don't give a fuck about anyone's feelings.
It's
I don't
not-
need you to be Republican or Democrat.
It wasn't
I
logic,
just
Jennifer.
need
It was the
you
truth.
to be a good person.
Jennifer, it wasn't logic. It was the truth. It was what happened in the story. Let me ask you this. Are we supposed to give special prominence to a disabled reporter or a woman reporter? Why can't we just all be in the same arena?
Not disrespecting them is not giving special promenade. It's
How is
just
that disrespecting them, though?
disrespecting them.
The guy was being an idiot. Okay,
Are you slow?
so you're gonna get idiot things back.
Are you?
So
like,
you can
how many
disrespect me
drinks
during
have you
this whole
had?
interview. So you can disrespect me during this, but I haven't, done bad things against you. But you've been extremely disrespectful to me. You've talked over me for about 15 minutes straight.
Disrespectful to a lot of people.
How?
You've been
No, I
extremely
haven't.
it doesn't have to be me who you've been disrespectful to. You've been disrespectful
Look,
in your words.
I
and what
understand
you've
that
said.
Democrats don't like my tone of voice because I'm very direct and very factual, and
I
I'm
didn't
not gonna.
say anything
I'm not gonna.
about
Okay.
your tone of voice.
But
I
you've
didn't
been
say anything about your
extremely
tone of voice.
disrespectful
Stop
for me
trying
for
to,
15
virtue
minutes.
Signal. You're trying to virtue signal, and it's not working. In Tank, if you generally I talk to Republicans every night.
I know.
There are people that come up here who I walk away and go, y'all say W in the chat for that person because
because basically they're a
generally
liberal.
were a good. No, they had totally different ideals, but guess what? They weren't shitty people with shitty values. That's why I say those are good people.
So because
They
I have
just-
no
we believe
respect
in
for
different
basically
things.
any reporter, I'm a shitty person.
No, because you don't have a respect for people who aren't you, right? Like you don't give a fuck about like disabled people.
I do
and their
care.
feelings.
But if they're going to
You don't-
enter
no,
the
you
arena
don't,
of
because you
politics,
said,
listen,
no,
Jennifer,
you
I'm a
don't
wrestler.
care.
Okay, I'm a wrestler, and if you enter that mat It doesn't matter if you're a female, a male, have one leg or two leg. I'm going to kick your ass.
What matter?
I'm going to
the dude
kick
was
your
a fucking
ass.
reporter.
Yeah. And he's in the arena of politics.
I'll wait till you're done.
He entered the arena of politics, and it doesn't matter. Trump's going to defeat him. That's Trump's job, and that's why I hired Trump.
No, it's not his fucking
job. Yes, it is.
No, Trump's job is nowhere
is
in
what?
the president
Take
of
shit
the
from
United
reporters?
States. Nowhere in.
There is no job description.
Yes, there is. There 100% is.
No, there's not. There's a
If
constitutional
you look at the job description
requirement
of a president,
okay.
There's
no policies for what he has or how he has to act.
Over me. I let you talk.
You let me talk for 2
look up the job description
1 minute.
of a president, right? Stop unmuting yourself and talking and listen. I let you speak. I let you finish your point. If you look up what the president's job description is, if you look that up, nowhere in there saying it's to defeat the media, to berate the media, stop talking, I'm still talking, or to make fun of the media or win over the media. That has nothing to do, right? That has nothing to do with being a president. So I don't quite know what the fuck you're talking about. And your hypothetical of wrestling, guess what? We're not in a fucking wrestling match. We're in fucking politics. The only people he needs the only people that he needs to worry about, right, is his opponent or Congress doing what he needs to do to successfully build this country. Has nothing to do with reporters, has nothing to do with mocking anyone. There's presidents in the past who have never mocked anybody.
Yes, they have. Obama mocked so many people, and Biden was, he was one of the worst.
Who did Obama mock?
He was constantly mocking Fox News, constantly bringing Fox News.
Well,
Sean Hannity and him had this long-going dispute for years when I was actually watching Sean Hannity, and so that was when Sean Hannity was still with Alan Combs, rest his soul.
Show me. Where did he mock him? Show me.
You want me to go back in the reservoirs of Fox News?
Show me where he mocked him.
Okay. Well,
yes, it does. If you're saying that Obama, your claim is that Obama sat there and mocked.
Obama went after Fox News constantly. It was like his number one jab was always against Fox News.
I said mock. Show me where he mocked them.
Make the R symbol to a reporter.
Show me.
You want a one for one example?
Mocked him. Show me where he mocked them.
How are you defining
Obama
mock
people? No. Obama was one of the most media trained.
Because the media got him elected.
I did it for you.
Thank you.
For you.
Hold on. I don't want to make you big screen. I just want to read what this says.
Put it on a different panel.
Do you want me to just give you a synopsis?
No, I want the source. Tell me the website where you found
this. I just Googled it.
Did
2009 interview with Chris Wallace.
Did you look up Obama mocks? What did you write? Obama mocks. Fox.
Yeah, he went after Chris Wallace at one time. I remember that.
I'm not saying you can't go after people in a respectful way, but you don't sit there and mock them.
He wasn't respect. How do you define respect?
Very easily.
No, it's an opinion-based definition.
No.
All right, I'll let you do your research. I'm sorry. I'll let you do your research here.
President Obama sits down. Are you talking about the Brett Baier to discuss the healthcare?
No, he went after Chris Wallace. I don't know what area brought up. But apparently, I remember him going after Chris Wallace.
President Obama,
who's now a Democrat.
Were fake.
Go figure.
President Obama, White House Correspondents Association dinner. All these Obamas in England.
Oh, okay, that's right. The Obama dinner when he was mocking Trump constantly is the reason why Trump ran for president was because of Obama at that dinner. I forgot about that. 2014 White House Correspondent dinner. No, it was a whole thing.
I'm something you will never be, which is
went
president.
On from there.
That's not mocking.
No, it went on from there.
About the House Speaker. Look at what he said about the House Speaker.
Jennifer, that White House Correspondents' dinner
Obama
was minutes.
Wait, hold on, Ariel. What? House leader? Is that what you said?
Speaker. She said speaker. House Speaker.
House Speaker. Okay.
Yes,
The
John
Speaker of the House.
Boyner,
B-O-B-O-E.
Was it Bonner or Boyner? Bonner, I think it was.
Bonner,
John
something
Bonner.
like that.
Yeah, John Bonner.
John Bonner.
I forgot about that guy already. Holy cow, where'd he go?
Let me see.
He didn't run for
Obama
president in
on
2000.
Bonner. Orange is the new black. Wait, what? Hold on. Let's hear this. Let's see the mocking. Let's see the mocking. That's equivalent to mocking a whole protected group. Let's see.
He said that he had already invited the Israeli prime minister to do his funeral.
We'll listen. Hold on.
You guys focus on the horse race. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to be focused on everyday Americans. Just yesterday, I read a heartbreaking letter. I get letters from folks around the country every day. I get 10 that I read. This one got to me. A Virginia man who's been stuck in the same part-time job for years, no respect from his boss, no chance to get ahead. I really wish Eric Cantor would stop writing me. You can just pick up the phone, Eric.
I miss him.
And I'm feeling sorry, believe it or not, for the Speaker of the House as well.
You missed.
These days, the House Republicans actually give John Boehner a harder time than they give me. Which means orange really is the new black.
Can I ask you a question?
Wait.
Did you just say you missed him?
Yeah, I miss him.
Are you aware of what he did in immigration?
Oh yeah, 100%. I was pissed off.
He was awful. Yeah, he was completely awful.
He was really bad. But I mean, not as bad as Trump. Well, actually,
Putting people
I would
in
say
cages.
they're pretty equivalent. I would say they're pretty equivalent.
No, he's known to be the worst president for immigration.
Hey, Jennifer, pull up.
No, I think. Okay, hold on.
Pull up the
things,
2014.
Hold on.
Correspondence
Before you talk, stop talking. Before you talk, let's go into this. So, where is he mocking him? I'm just trying to understand like what the mocking was.
He had said that the House Speaker had already invited the Israeli Prime Minister to do his speech for his funeral. He was calling him old as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, where was that? Did I just not listen to the whole thing of him talking about him?
Didn't hear it. I don't know.
No, he never said anything about Israel in this.
Here,
so is it after this? Is it after this, like in the correspondence dinner? Was it after what I just played? Because I only played like 1 minute and 8 seconds. So
I don't know how far in. I just Googled it.
Okay. Okay, since there's 2 MAGA in here, I'm gonna bring one of my mods up.
Jennifer, pull up the correspondence dinner in 2014 against Trump.
That I don't get to criticize Obama's immigration status because only the left who actually protested it was against it can say, excuse me? What?
I mean, okay, that's a good point. Because now you guys aren't up in arms about like how immigrants are treated now.
They're not.
So why are you bringing up Obama's immigration?
Cages.
Actually, hold on, let me pull up the video.
He put them in fucking cages.
He put the kids in cages,
right
but
now,
I know why.
They're on fucking the ground with tinfoil as blankets. So, what?
They were in tinfoil in cages.
They're not. They're being sexually assaulted. They're going missing. Hold on. They're being sexually assaulted. They're going missing. They're drinking water off of the ground.
Came across the border sexually assaulted.
They were sexually assaulted and pissing and shitting in corners in cages.
These kids are sexually assaulted their whole journey in.
I'm not okay.
Sick.
What the only point that I'm trying to say is you cannot virtue signal now about Obama when you're not also up in arms about how people now are being treated.
Did you hear me say
that's you virtue signaling.
Did you hear me say I wasn't up in arms about how people are being treated in immigration? Did I say that I'm okay with
mean, if you support Trump, clearly not.
You supported Obama but didn't support his immigration, did you?
He didn't run on putting people in cages.
You just said
your president did.
You just said I miss him, and you know what he did. So you can't.
Yeah.
You don't agree with it.
Would I say that I want him back as president? No. I just miss listening to him talk.
Jennifer, you want to see why Trump ran for president? Pull up the
I
2014
know why he
White
did,
House
'cause
Correspondents' Dinner
okay,
with
I don't
Obama.
know why he did. I know what you're fucking talking about. I already quoted it. That's not mocking. Everything you guys are showing me is
No.
not mocking.
Pull
I
up
don't know
pull
what
up
You didn't
Obama.
look up what I told you, but either way, it's semantics. I'm not gonna argue
Right.
semantics.
These are like the small. You want to know why Trump ran? Pull up the 2014 White House Correspondents' Dinner with Obama, where he
that's what
talked
we
about
were
Trump.
just fucking listening to.
No, that
And
was
the
about
only thing he
Boehner.
said
That
about
was
Trump
about
was
No,
I'm something.
no. He goes on about
The
Trump
only
for
thing he
many
said to
lines.
Trump, the only thing he said to Trump
No.
was I'm something you'll never be, which is
No,
president.
there's much more on that. You got to pull it up. It's pretty interesting. This is why Trump is pissed off. You can see him
Again,
on video
he's not
getting more and
mocking
more
him.
pissed.
He's not mocking
Well, it
him.
depends on how you define
Obama
mocking.
Correspondence Dinner.
Trump, 2014 with Trump.
Speaks
It's
at the White House. Okay, you don't need to keep talking. I know. Stop.
okay.
Well,
I want you to get the right thing.
I don't need you to mansplain how to look this
Oh
up.
my gosh!
I know exactly what the fuck you're doing.
I'm not.
I mean, that's what you're doing.
I
You
would
think
say
I'm
that to
stupid that I
anybody.
can't.
Well, I heard what
Okay,
you
so you
typed
think I'm
in.
stupid that I don't know how the fuck to find the specific clip of him talking about Trump?
Well,
I don't think you're stupid.
I don't think you're stupid,
Thank
but
you.
I just want you to pull up the right thing.
I understand because I know
Okay.
exactly what you're talking about. If I didn't know what you were talking about, I would say, what specific point? I know what you're talking about.
All right.
That's why I asked her.
There might be more
what
in my head than
specific
you know.
point. Okay, you're still talking. You're still talking.
Well, you're always talking.
Yeah, because it's my live. This isn't meant for you guys to just.
What, be guests?
Okay. No. Like, hold on. This is the 2000. No, I don't want this one.
Americans.
It's not the one I want. Let's see.
And finally,
is this gonna give me the clip of it, or is that just a news? None of these are like specifically when he talks about Trump. Like they haven't clipped it, so I'm gonna have to like look.
With the resources.
Ugh, now we got a fucking ad. Okay.
You got to get YouTube Premium. It's awesome.
Fuck no.
It's only $13 a month. It's like all I watch is YouTube.
Fuck no. I don't.
And now you.
I don't watch enough YouTube.
Oh God, my kid. Well, I got kids too. That's all they watch is YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't watch
So
any
that'd be
TV.
okay.
We got rid of TV. Like totally got rid of DirecTV. Don't need it.
Yeah, I only do streaming. I'll pay for streaming. I'll pay for premium.
I don't pay for anything else anymore.
Daniel, wait, Daniel, I brought you up here. Why didn't you come up?
The rules were well established ahead of time. And then there's Ted Cruz.
Hi. If you accepted me, I didn't see it.
Oh yeah, I had accepted it, and then it just like didn't come up. Right now we're talking about how Trump
was a
is
birther
okay
thing.
to. Now we're talking about Trump is okay to make fun of disabled reporters because Obama made fun of Trump.
I'm not when I bring up that point, I'm not justifying him making fun of reporters.
Okay, so then what is the point of bringing it up? If it's not to support the fact that
every politician does this, right? There's
not
Jennifer, I found it
in such disgusting ways.
CNN has it on YouTube.
So part of the understood point for the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and especially if you're going to choose to be in attendance, is that there's going to be a roasting session, right? Like you wouldn't attend like a comedy roast in person if you didn't want to be a subject of the jokes. And so Trump chose to be there, and it is widely known for many years that there is a roasting aspect to the White House Correspondents' Dinner. So I just categorically would not classify that as mocking. What Trump did to that disabled reporter was completely just in like very cruel spirits. You're mocking a disabled class. It,
which is like illegal.
He didn't know he
There's
was
like
disabled.
specific law. It
That-
doesn't
It's
matter.
not illegal, my
That's the
goodness.
stupidest response.
He didn't know he
you
was
could give.
disabled.
You're smarter than that.
He's just a
He
guy in
did.
the
You're smarter
audience.
than that.
He's an idiot in the
You are
audience.
smarter than that.
He didn't
You
know he
are
was
smarter
disabled. So
than
he's supposed to
that.
know all these random reporters, all these random cities
Trusty.
that he flies into.
You're supposed
You know he was
to
doing like
not
5
make
to 6
fun of
rallies a day.
You're supposed to
Oh
not
my
make
God, you
fun
guys are just
of
making
those
excuses
groups
for idiotism.
altogether.
Oh, yeah,
Listen.
okay. I'm just
You're
going to
supposed
coddle
to not
to
make
everyone.
fun of those groups altogether.
Why? They're in
Just
the arena.
because,
They're in a
like,
professional arena. Do they
somebody
not want to
isn't
be
in the
treated
room
equal? So they
who
don't want to be
is
treated equal
black
anymore.
Doesn't mean you
So-
can use racial
So they don't want to be
slurs.
treated equal. Is what you're saying? We should just we have to know everybody's like whatever, and then they can use their victim
No.
status.
No, you
So
don't
you just
have
want
to
special
know
victim
shit.
status.
No,
Trusty.
you're just. This is the most
All right,
disingenuous.
this is dumb. I'm not
like,
talking about this disabled reporter anymore because you guys just can't handle it. Let's watch the White House
No,
Correspondents' Dinner, which is what sparked us,
Listen,
and that you
listen.
still haven't found, and I
Stop.
found in 2 seconds.
No,
because I can
stop.
mansplain.
Listen. Shh.
Can I mansplain it to you?
Listen. No, shut the fuck up. You're pissing me off.
Jennifer, I found it in like 2 seconds. It was
You're
really
pissing
easy.
me off. I don't give a fuck.
And it's from CNN of all places. Your
Shut
favorite
the
source,
fuck
CNN.
Up. Stop talking. Listen to what I'm saying. Your response to him making fun of a reporter who is
Disabled. There you go.
You are sitting there and you're saying just because he didn't know he was disabled,
Yeah.
that's an okay reason
Because
to make
he
fun
did-
of disabled
He
people.
did that all of the time. Yeah, it was kind of a thing we
I don't
did.
care if he did it all the time.
All right.
Do you
Well, this
hear
is-
your arguments?
All right, this
Do you
is
hear your arguments?
this is a long
Trump
time
is-
ago.
hold on, listen. No,
we
no,
used
no.
to call
Let's
people
go
all sorts of
through your
stuff we can't
points.
call them anymore.
Let's go through your points. Let's go through your points. Ready?
No, let's watch the
Your
White House
point.
Correspondents'
Trump
Dinner.
is okay.
Why don't we
Stop
watch that?
talking over me.
Oh my
Stop
God.
talking over me.
I'm done talking about this
Please.
idiot reporter.
No. Oh, and now you're gonna call him an idiot?
He was an idiot. He was making fun of
Intang.
Trump.
No wonder you're not still an elected official. God
could-
damn.
I was so good.
That's embarrassing.
That's not why I'm not
That
an
is
elected
so
official.
embarrassing. Intang,
I'm
stop.
undefeated.
I'm holding you to a
I'm
higher
undefeated.
standard as somebody who is in politics.
That's the
Stop.
problem.
Do better.
That's the problem with politics.
Do better.
You're not allowed to be
Do
a normal
better.
person.
These are your okay. Intang, I'm gonna give you one more chance to not interrupt me when I talk. This is your argument.
I'm out of here.
Trump
We're either going to watch the
is
Correspondents' Dinner or I'm
allowed
out of
to
here.
make fun. Shh. Trump is allowed to make fun of disabled reporter because he didn't know he was disabled.
Because of the First Amendment.
And then you also made a claim saying
I'm giving
is
you the
okay
reason why he did it.
to make fun
Of any
of
reporter.
any
Because they're
any
subhuman.
protected class
Mhm.
because you don't know who is and isn't a
Yep.
part of the class.
Can I
No
say something
special
really quick?
victim
So
status
this is why
in
your
politics.
ideology is wrong.
Can I
This
say
is why your
something?
ideology
Then you should run
is
for
wrong.
office and be a better politician. But here you are bitching on the internet.
And I would be. And I would
Then
be.
run. Do
Um,
it. I ran when I was 34.
Then that's even more sad for you. That
What,
you did this at
amazing?
34
That I'm
and you
undefeated?
still fucking thought that like
Can I
you
just
still
say
fucking thought
something
the
really
way that you
quick?
thought. Yes, Ariel, you can.
I just wanted to say thank you for having me up and allowing me to speak. I'm going to drop down.
Okay.
But I hope you have a good,
Have a good
night.
night.
Trusty, I hope
Thank-
you have a good night.
Yep. See you, Ariel.
Trusty, I hope you have a good night.
Yep. See you, Ariel.
And Daniel, I hope you have a good night.
So nice. So
Peace.
nice.
So it doesn't matter if like someone who is disabled is in the room or not. Like you're not supposed to be like doing this
Oh
on
my God.
national television.
Who gives
Everyone
a
knows
fuck
what that
anymore?
means and that you're mocking disabled people.
Oh, and he
It's-
dropped too. Interesting.
Yeah, it's entirely
Because I told
irrelevant
you.
whether you know or not.